Bad Girls Need Love Too. Hi, I'm Gary Levisi. I'm the author of this book. This was published by Kraus Books in 2010, and it is a book of sexy, risque, good girl art of the vintage paperbacks from the 40s and 50s. And it also uh, shows the blurbs and the cover blurbs and the inside blurbs and the back cover descriptions that they used to sell the books. Some of them really funny, hot stuff in those days, cool and campy and just fun. And so we're gonna take a look at the book, and we're gonna take a look at some of the books that inspired the book. So I'm gonna put this down for a minute, and then we're gonna look at some of the books. First one is Cotton Tramps by Kevin North. It's a Playtime book. Cover art is by Robert Bonfils. And way down in the deep south, meet the Cotton Tramps. And on the back, meet Lona and Susie, two of the sexiest cotton pickers in Dixie. When Lorna decided not to exchange her body for a penthouse apartment, she and her luscious roommate, Susie, lit out for the deep south, looking for work and a way of life. But the local hotbed they find themselves in, embroiled in there, makes the city penthouse offer seem like a virginal venture. So this is the kind of books that they had, that funny kind of risque, sexy covers and kind of funny funny blurbs to get the attention of the book buyer. Count Me In by Fan Nichols is a Berkeley book, and it's got great cover art of a sexy gal dancing in front of a bunch of guys. Back cover, gorgeous slut. Count Me In is a smashing picture of vicious rackets and hungry lusts in a game where the only prize is simply staying alive. Matt Kovac was tough, but he learned the hard way that a gorgeous blonde could be even tougher. Beautiful Gail Preston hated his guts. She was out to ruin him, and she knew how to do it. She had a gang behind her, and the whole town sewed up solid. Matt knew they would stop at nothing to keep things going her way. Cool book. Cool, noir, hard-boiled sensibilities, sleazy, good girl art. Another one, great one, Blackmail Bitch by Ray Wild. That's a PEC book, number N161. It's from PEC's Publishers Export Company, and it's probably from around 1967. I don't see a date on it. I was full of hungers, hunger for sex, hungry for power and money. I found no problems facing me in my seeking for sexual satisfaction. My looks and my body were better than a written guarantee that this would be the easy part of my fulfillment. My hunger for power and the decision to use my sex appeal to achieve my ends led me far astray and into dangerous waters. Blackmail Bitch. Great, great cover art. Either by Doug Weaver or there were two artists that did this kind of work. Doug Weaver was one of them. I can't recall offhand who the other one was, but they're just this is just a great cover art of a manipulative blonde woman, and she's using men and other people as chess pieces. Great one is The Hot Canary by Joan Ellis, who was actually Julie Ellis, and the cover art is by Robert McGuire. And on the cover it tells you what's the story. She sang for her supper, but did something else for her midnight snack. This is just like great, like blurbs, great ways to sell the books. This is a Midwood book, F238. She learned that the sweet smell of success need not come from a bed of roses. It's just cool stuff. These are the books that inspired Bad Girls Need Love Too. These are the books from my collection that I picked, among others. There's about 10 times as many as these in the book. The book is full of cover art and cover blurbs, and I'll show you those later. Another one is Domino Books, which was the sleaze arm of Lancer Books. Las Vegas Madam by Matt Harding. She ruled an empire of vice, but her own twisted desires made her a tortured slave. Red Light for Lust. Domino book, never before published, and never since published either. The Invaders is an After Hours book, number 138, by Anthony Dean. It's from 1966. I believe the cover art is by Eric Stanton. I'm pretty sure that he did this cover. And the interesting thing, this doesn't really have any blurbs. This just gives you the cover art, so you can kind of get an idea of the fetish nature of the story and the artwork. And the back cover is like, whoa. So that's pretty cool. Another great one is Platinum Trap by Mike Avallone. This is a Midwood book, F202, paperback original from 1962. From the tip of her toes to the platinum top, Joan Brown's body was a devouring trap that fed her greed for fame and pleasure. How a movie star is made. The story of Joan Brown, her rise to fame and her eventual fall. Her body did it all. And this is Paul Rader did the cover art, signed here by him. Stunning cover art, and it's by Mike Avallone, and this copy is signed by Mike Avallone. Mike was a guest at my show for probably my book show in New York that ran 25 years. Probably 15 of those years he was a guest every year. A great guy. The Needle by Sloane Britton is a Beacon book, B237. It's a drug book about heroin. Man or woman, sister or brother, her lust knew no bounds. And it piteously exposes the depravity of the true addict who takes lovers without number, performs every heinous vice in order to embrace her one true love, the needle. And here you see her with the man there making a drink. She's taking off her stocking. She's the bad girl with the cigarette in her mouth, and the needle and the vial of heroin on the chair over here. And the back, it's drugged and depraved, and yet it says a compassionate study of drug addiction and a warning of its unnatural, unutterable horrors. So there's the Needle. And that takes us back to my book, Bad Girls Need Love Too, published in 2010 by Krause Books in a hardcover, nice little hardcover, 192 pages, and we go through. Here's some of the books that inspired. I did Cotton Tramps already. There's a lot of others. Some of the blurbs are just hilarious. I mean, it's just, if I could just show you. Could the voluptuous temptress satisfy her twisted desires? Hot Rod Sinners. Wanton Paula was the passion prize at the end of the race. End of the hot rod race. All sexy, great cover art. This one we did, Count Me In, we just showed. Sin on Wheels, another Raider cover with by Lauren Beauchamp, $1,000 Nymph. Invasion of the Nymphomaniacs, Belmont book, book number 5 in the series. Tune In and Turn On. A Valentine Flynn Nymphologist Adventure. These are pretty cool. A squeeze play in a Falsies factory might bust it for Valentine Flynn. I don't know what that means, but I guess it's interesting. Girl Crazy Professor. She put her arms around him and made him kiss her. He felt the trembling warmth of her lips, and he was maddened by their greedy pressure, telling him that this gorgeous co-ed wanted him. There was tight anger in his fierce, convulsive face. "Why can't you let me alone?" he muttered. "Why can't I let you alone? We're heading for something we both regret, baby. Baby wants what she wants when she wants it," she said. Psychology was his subject, co-ed's his weakness. This is a Croydon Digest, number 46. There's so many in here, so many books manhandled. She had nothing to lose but her reputation. Whitman Chambers' Monarch book. And this is one that we just looked at. Uptown Book, he kissed her there, and I don't know where she's pointing, but to a certain location. Just a cool, campy, funny, risque book. Hot Canary, Joan Ellis with the McGuire cover. We already looked at that. Office Wife, there's a lot of hanky-panky in the office. A candid story of two-timing and pleasure before business. Her boss believes in taking liberties. A lot of that's politically incorrect today, but in those days that's what they were writing about. Lesbian books are noted. Sleepy Time Honey, Digest, Bedroom in Hell, An Alcoholic XDA, A Woman of the Streets in a Beautiful Frame of Murder. A lot of these were crime related. Motel Girl, Curiosity had always been her main incentive towards sex. When you let sex go, let boys follow their natural instincts, it gave you things to wonder about. But you learn fast in a motel. So it's like it's an educational series. There's Gil Brewer, Taste for Sin, Hard-Boiled Crime Noir. Felice was hot, passionate, wild, impossible, fantastic, incredible, and she loved men, real men. But she also loved money. Yes, she loved the money. And, she was a dangerous noir female. That's by Harry Scher, did the cover art. Gil Brewer was a great noir author. Farm Girl is just such a cute cover. Satan Was My Pimp, great, great title for a book. There's so many. This Way for Hell, Heed cover. Too Hot to Handle by Ori Hitt, who was a master at sleaze noir. The Drifter, March Hastings. She drifted from bed to bed, from men to women, trying to blot out the pain with pleasure. Any Port in a Storm, and one of the ports was Lesbos. She's an alcoholic woman. Las Vegas Madam, we already looked at. Red Light for Lust. There's just so many in here. Bad Girl Abroad. Sin Street, The Giant Hand. A girl as young and good-looking as you, Doreen, is a fool to waste her time like this. Let me teach you the ropes. I'll see you started right. That night I made $35. Some of this is books about women who were involved in white slavery. What they call white slavery is prostitution in those days. Some of them are just party girls looking for fun and good times, or they're bad girls. Lingerie Limited was used on the cover of the book. Cover art by Gifford. So many. Dance Hall Dyke is a lesbian book. Hollywood Hellcat. Satana. There's so many. Office Affair and The Payoff. Again, there's a lot of stuff at the workplace where people normally meet. Run Tough, Run Hard is a juvenile delinquent crime by Carson Bingham. It's a Monarch book. Carson Bingham was Bruce Cassidy. A nice popular library. Death is a lovely lady. Despite her many lovers, she never lost sight of the great love of her life, herself. The Murder of a Hussy. Free and Easy, Never Say No. Man Trapped, Hell's Harlot. Atomic Blonde. All the books in here, they have the blurb. She came to him with a rutting bitch dog abandon. It's Thirst for Love. Reformatory Women. All the books show the blurbs on the facing page. Just so cool. I mean, some of them are just so funny. Sin Street, where the girls are young and available, the drinks are strong, and all a man needs is money. Nightclub Sinner, it would be heaven and hell and thunder and lightning and hurricane. He could smell the good warm odor of her. It blotted out everything else. Her luscious body was used as a man trap. Harry Whittington. So these are just some of the books in Bad Girls Need Love Too that I did. This is a Bill Ward cover, Crafty Dames, that we did for Kraus Books in 2010. All these great covers, good girl art, risque, sexy covers, women in prison, shocking story of lives and female desire warped beyond the reason by a cruel and sadistic idea of justice. Again, Mike Avalone, Midwood number 120. Love, Blood, and Tears instead of Blood, Sweat, and Tears, a cozy book by Nikki Weaver. Sin School, Immoral Woman, Bait, Female Peeping Tom, and two of them that I showed you, the Platinum Trap and the Needle, Man Bait. The Queen of the Cooch Dancers. One night a teenage version, the next night the Queen of the Cooch Dancers. I don't know what a cooch dancer is, but it's Carnival Girl by Uri Hitt. And there you have it. Bad Girls Need Love Too. This is the third book that I did for Kraus. A nice little hardcover book of 192 pages. And the good thing about it is it's still available. Even though Kraus apparently isn't, they've gone under. But the book is still available. It's available from me for $10 plus postage through my website or through eBay or ABE Books. $10 and I'll sign it. And it's a cool book. It's a lot of fun. It makes a great gift for people that are interested in this kind of sexy, risque, good girl art and books with that kind of art. So take a good look at Bad Girls Need Love Too, because they do need love. And I hope you enjoyed this little look at this book. And if you did, give it a thumbs up and a like, and subscribe to the channel so you can get notifications of more of content of various interesting and odd and obscure and all kinds of vintage paperback and collectible paperback stuff. So until next time, I'm Gary Lavisi, and I want to thank you for looking.